Alright, hello guys, so welcome back to another session of Learning Unity with me. We're going to do another hour session today, and yeah, let's get right into it. But first, I do want to clarify what happened yesterday, because I did spend quite a bit of time solving this issue, and I kind of want to remember it so I don't forget. So the reason why mine wasn't working yesterday when we wanted to create some sort of contact between the player and the enemy, it's because because we need to have a rigid body along with the collider. Um, so a rigid body is for objects that can either move or move with physics enabled, which is dynamic, is what I mean. But the way we had it set up, it was moving without a rigid body, and that was because we used waypoints, and I guess that was our fault. We needed to apply a rigid body to it, or else what I'm thinking is that the collider doesn't get updated properly to the object that is moving if it doesn't have a rigid body 2D component. That's why we had that issue yesterday. There are still some questions that I don't understand, like how we're able to still read the impact of bullets onto the enemy objects if supposedly the collider isn't as updated to the enemy object without the rigid body 2D component. So I'm still kind of iffy about that, but after yesterday, I learned that I need to include the rigid body 2D component on a moving enemy, so that their collider 2D component matches that of the location to which their new destination is at. And also, yeah, the reason why the enemy wasn't showing up before was because my shredder was actually on top of the zombie. So when we added the rigid body, the collider aligned itself more properly, and then the shredder activated, so the zombies kept getting deleted immediately after spawning. But by moving it backwards, I guess I should show you guys. By moving the shredder a little bit more to the back, we can now allow zombies to spawn without getting immediately vaporized. So before we would have it like this. We would have it on top of the spawn point, and because of that, immediately the zombie gets shredded before it can even see, like that. You can see some glitches right there. So yeah, so that's why we needed to move it to the back, and it's not a big deal. That distance will not make any, I guess, hardware faults, or at least I don't think it will. So yeah, I feel like that is a very important concept, especially since I guess the 2D games that I'm going to be making will involve a lot of rigid body components or rigid body objects. So yeah, that's good to know. So let's go back to see where we're at. So yeah, that's what he covered in the first few minutes, registering the hit between the enemy object and the player object. So now we're gonna do delaying the loading of a scene. Let's put this in. Oh, he does go over it. Well, luckily for us, we kind of did it in the. I think we did it yesterday. But the way I implemented it does seem kind of awkward when it was transitioning to the game over screen. Like there's this little delay in between, causing it to kind of look buggy, I guess. Let's see if that's what I did. So I'm gonna see how he does it, and then kind of compare how I did it. All right, so here I think this is a lot better than creating a cached reference, because technically we only need access at this level. If we ever need the level manager in any of the other methods, then yeah, this is, I think, the more efficient way. But since we're only going to be using it in this method, we're just going to use it like that. I wonder why he puts it at the top of before these two play. I'm guessing he's gonna add the delay part so it makes it valid. But at the moment, if he doesn't do that, then we do need, that's why I had it set up like this. We do need to destroy the game object first, then play the sound, and then load the game over scene. But since the title does say delay the loading scene, I feel like we're going to be delaying this scene anyways, so it wouldn't matter. So I guess I gotta remind myself that it looks for the object with the component of level manager. I think that's what's happening there. That's why he didn't need to include this. I mean, I think I did it. I included it because I am still learning, so I don't know the proper way of doing it. But now, since he didn't use it, then I can only assume that it looks for an object with the level manager component and then returns that type of level manager, so that way we can just access the methods directly from there instead of needing to get the component too. So yeah, he does want to delay it. Alright, let's put it at the top. Alright, so our challenge is to use a coroutine to delay the loading of the game over scene. So that way we do have time to destroy the object and also play the sound. So let's see, it's load game over scene here. So we do need to create another method. Let's call this private enumerator. We need to make it private because we don't want any other methods to other classes to access it. So enumerator, let's call this delay game over scene. So first it's going to yield return new wait for seconds. I'm thinking we can make a serialized field and be able to adjust it accordingly. I guess that'll be fine. Config params, serialized field, float, delay game over scene seconds. We could say 1. Is it an integer or was it? I think it was an integer, I believe. Not a float value. So then we do delay game over scene seconds, and then we load the scene manager dot load scene game over, and then here we say start coroutine delay game over scene, and that should do it. Save it, compile it. Again, error, argument 1 cannot be converted from method group to string. Line number 13. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. It's a method, so we need to add the parentheses. Save that. Let it compile. There you go. And then we can go to level manager and delay the scene. Oh no, not for 1 second. Let's delay it for like 2 seconds. Nah, I think 1 second's good enough. Hello?
Are you a mom and papa?
Sorry about that. It's a quick phone call, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Right, I screwed up by making it a capitalized uppercase. Oh, it is a float. Two F is kind of long. Music player with singleton. We can either use this, the one we found here, or we could also use music resources, which is does sound have music? I think it's just sound only. Never mind then. I thought we can add music, but I think this would be a lot better then. I guess we have to type it. Music. What's this? What's this? This looks very nice. I'll probably save this. Is this bookmark? Nope, it's not. Oh, it's right here. I think this is nice because I'm mainly going to be focusing on 2D for now, and then once I get better at 2D, then I'll transition to 3D games. Alright, let's go look for some music then. No. I need to play some like eerie music. So let's look up silent. Not silent music. Doesn't make any sense. How about snowy music or ambience, right? Oh, actually sounds pretty nice, but doesn't match the game. Nope. No. Let's put. I wonder if I can type in like zombie music. Nope. This is actually pretty good for it. I don't know if I can play it, like, without getting copyrighted or anything. Oh, wow, that's very eerie. Holy moly. Here, I'll play it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one's nice to keep though. This one's pretty nice. Yeah, I was like saying I might use this for another game. The game's pretty chill, pretty like relaxing. I'm gonna save this too. So we're gonna download this. Yeah. Alright, good, we got it. Alright.
Just get a little bit of loading happening. There's a few different tracks in here, for example. Cool, very old school. I think that matches the vibe of the game, matches the up.
It is actually pretty cool. I like that site. Oh, let's go ahead and do that. Right now we can just drag and drop the music file into there. I do also want to edit the assets. Music, and we're just going to drag and drop it because I do want to edit the gunfire sound, which I will. I found a zombie sound, but I need to find a gunfire sound and a human dying sound. So let's actually create a folder for the sound as well. VFX, visual effects, SFX. Should probably sound effects. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I think it would be this one. You can play it. For this one, definitely we're going to make it sound a little bit better, or a little lower, I meant, in terms of everything else. Hold up. So let's also download a gun sound. I wonder if I can just download it from here. Gunfire. Pistol. Alright, you know what, let's just look at sound resources at this point. So let's get one from... Can we get Call of Duty maybe? Look up some. Alright, let me see. Let's go to... We need to look for pistols. Pistol. Here it is, pistol. World at War. Pistols. Oh, it's a whole folder. Let's see here. Go to Unity, projects, Laser Defender, assets, assets. So I just decided to unpack all of it onto the Unity so we can just hear the sounds. Yeah, it'll play out all the sounds if we could just choose one of them. It'll make the game bigger though, because I feel like... How much was it? How much was the sound? The size? Dang it. Okay, look at it. It is... It's only 1 mega or 1.5 megabytes, so it shouldn't be that big actually. Hopefully. If not, we could always just delete it afterwards. After we choose the right one, the one we want. So we have the pistol. So we have all these sounds. So let's go ahead and listen to them. I'll let you guys hear them too. Empty, load. That one's actually pretty good. It's kind of too loud. No. I wonder if we can lower it. No. Nope. I'm trying to pick one that's kind of good to hear, I guess. Nope. Nope. I like this one. Yeah. But then I think I said this one was pretty good too. No, not this one. This one? I like that one, but it might be too small. That's like a deagle, isn't it? Oh my god, that's freaking loud. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. So let's go pick this one for the sound, for the gun, and then yeah, we need a player dying. Die. Die sound. Person screaming. Alright. Alright, we might need to edit that. But yeah, that'd be perfect. That's actually pretty perfect. So I'm also going to extract these to the assets, and I'm going to delete them afterwards once we set up everything. Oh, they're actually different. I guess that was just an example. Alright, then actually we don't need to edit anything. Whoa. Wait, can we play it? No. No. Imagine that sound. I'll put that there for now. How about... No. That's actually pretty good too. Alright, I think we can fix our prefabs now to match that of the sound. So when we die, let's go to sound. Actually, we can just drag and drop it. What am I saying? Go to sound. Death violent. I think this is the gun sound. And then we'll just put this for here. And then let's go to the zombie. And then just drag and drop this. Enemy script. And then she sleeps. Alright, let's just see how this sounds like for now. Wait. Oh, you're right, I forgot. I don't know why that scream is funny. And we also need to add the music, but we'll get to it. So yeah, we still need to do it for the other zombie. Effects lose. Go to sound. Death violence. Alright, let's give it a go now. I think the the gun sounds a lot better though. I mean, before it sounded like a laser. It just doesn't feel right. But now, it's a little bit better. Oh, that scream. Alright. Let's continue.
Ready? While I was waiting for things to load just a moment ago, so
I think I dragged and dropped it already for music. Yeah, I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we had to create an object, create empty, call this music player, and then we could just easily drag and drop the effect. So we have the music. We do want it to keep on loop, and we could also change the volume and any of the settings. And then we're going to store this as a prefab. And then we're also going to, so I feel like the music that I chose will be mostly for the start menu and the game scene. But for the game over scene, I think I would be playing a different one. So let's see here, drag and drop the music player. So that's why prefabs are good, because you can just keep, just putting reuse objects, and it saves you a lot of time. Let me see if you can hear it. Alright, you guys can hear it. Why is that zombie acting like that? That scream, man. It just doesn't fit, but I like the comedy sense of it. So I think what I'll do is go to prefab, go to music player, and I will lower this just a bit, like maybe, let's say 80, and I'll give it a shot again. left and right. Why are they just staying there? I don't know.
Go back over into my game scene. From within here, I want to show you what we currently have with our music player and show you the problem. Actually, I'm going to start from the start menu. So someone comes into our game and says, neat, this game looks amazing, clicks on play, and they're listening to it. Okay, hopefully that's not too loud for you. You can still hear me. It's past.
That's actually not a pretty bad soundtrack. It's actually pretty good. Alright, actually let's download the other music when the player dies. Scary ambience. That's actually pretty good. No. No. Oh, it's Blood Moon from... Is that from Zelda, I think? No, actually this is better. Alright, you know, I think we're gonna go with this one. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. So it looks like we're gonna have a lot of folders again. Again, I'm gonna be deleting them when I build the game because there's no point of having them in our file. Same goes with the Kenny folder because again, yeah, there'd be no point of doing that. So we're just gonna see which one it is. Oh wow, we can't even play it. Alright. Yeah, I think this one's the one I like. So we're gonna drag it to music, and then we're going to delete this folder. I don't know. Delete this folder. I want to look for a better one. Then I'll delete this pistol folder. And yeah, so let's go to scenes, go to game over, go to prefab, go to music player. We're going to unpack it, which doesn't really matter. We're going to change this to music and ambience. All right, let's just try it, I guess. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, let's do it all together then. I mean, it's not a good transition. It doesn't sound like it connects, but you know, I guess it works.
starting. Now, we've had this challenge before. We've created a singleton before to solve this very problem. So if you are feeling a little bit more advanced, then jump in and take on a challenge now where you implement a singleton to ensure that our music doesn't start and stop every single time we go into a new scene. So there's your challenge for you. If you're not ready for that challenge, I've got another challenge at the end of this video, which is an easier challenge, which you might have done already. But that is the advanced challenge.
Dang it. Huh. If we do make it a singleton, because I feel like it wouldn't work for me since mine is different because of this music player. How would we do that anyways? Alright, let's I'm gonna start thinking a bit. Just trying to remember how we did it last time. So we did this. You know, let's look at the code. Let's look at the code. Should we? This. So loaded. So we wanted to see how we could have a singleton. I think we did it in our game status, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go here. Yeah, so we did it here in the awake. We said if we found any objects, game status dot length, and then check if the length is more than one, because we only want one. Then, well, first we gotta set active, the current one, so that way it can get properly destroyed. Because as I remember, the life cycle of Unity, anything that gets destroyed happens at the end of the life cycle. So even if we started a new scene and tried destroying it, that object does exist in the beginning. Therefore, we still have access to it, and it would cause some null pointer issues because we would be accessing the object that we just deleted. And yeah, so that's why we needed to set the active to false, so that way it doesn't. It's guaranteed that it doesn't call on that game status object. Alright, so let's see here. So do we need to create a game status object, or do we need it, like, can we just put it here? So if I wanna, try to make things modular, I think maybe making another scriptable object. Not scriptable object. What am I saying? It's model behavior. If I want to, I think I would need to make another object and call it game status that kind of monitors things. But I mean, if it's only just gonna monitor the music, wouldn't it be best to just put it in the music? Right now, actually, there's no music script. So my option is to implement it in a already existing script, or make a new script that does it for me. I'm thinking if it's just only going to be that, if the script's only mainly just going to check for singleton, is that really even necessary? I guess so. Let's go with it. If it isn't the right way, then yeah. But I gotta check other things. Like, let's say if the if the scene is game over, then we can delete it or something like that, because game over does have a different scene. So then that's why we can keep the scene active. I mean, we can keep the current one over there. All right, so I think I got the game plan, so let's start executing it. So we have to create a script, create a C# script, and call this game status. And game status basically, it'll keep in touch of what's happening. So we do need to start update, because it's going to be checking the status of the game every frame. But I mean, if it was like a more proper script, but I'm just going to mainly use this for now for the act of applying the singleton method. So we have that one method, which is private void awake, right? So what this one is the first stage that the script enters, so I think, or the first step of Unity's lifecycle. So if we want something to happen before anything else, we put it in awake, which is perfect if we want to make sure that only one object exists. And then there's this other method called don't destroy on load, which conserves the game object so that I can move to the next scene once it loads. So it preserves it for the time being. So I wonder if it's possible to kind of get the name of the scene. I think it is. So let's see how we can do that. Scene manager Unity. Maybe there's like a property that has name on it. Scene count. Get scene. Get scene at. Get scene by name. Create scene. Get active scene. Oh, maybe it's a scene type. Yeah, so let's look at the methods for here. Scene, yeah, we can get the name. So we can do something like this. The engine scene management. And then we could do scene manager dot get active scene. I think that was the method. Yeah. So we'll say scene current scene. So if current scene dot name dot equals game over, if it doesn't equal game over, then we want to we don't want to the head. So first we want to get the count. Let's just do that first, I guess. And we'll just move things around if it doesn't make sense. Int game status count equals find objects of type. That'll be game status dot length. Current scene dot name equals game over, and then check that. So if the current scene is the game over scene, Because what I'm thinking at the moment is that if by the time the game over scene gets loaded, the previous one hasn't been destroyed. So I'm kind of thinking at the moment. Oh. Can I put this somewhere else? I can't. Alright. So if it isn't game over, then we want to do basically all of this. So if game status count is greater than 1, so let's place this in there then. I wonder if the other one gets overloaded. So let's say it's a game scene, and we check that by adding, there's 2 of them, and then we want to destroy the current one. So yeah, I want to destroy the game object dot game status. Oh, wait. Wait, he destroys the game object? Isn't the game object... Oh, wait. I'm guessing game object refers to the game status, I'm thinking. And then so if then else don't destroy on load game object. Because I thought game object was the object that the script's attached to. Oh, right, which is the game status object. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. So if it is, then we don't want to be destroyed. So if it's like game scene, it loads that one, it destroys. This won't be a singleton then, for sure. Right? Wait, should we have done it here? Because game status isn't the one we know that the music player is. Facepalm. Well, we can always just copy it, so let's do music player. Double click on it. Get this. Well, actually, we don't need that. We just need this. Close that. Don't save. Delete this. Was that the right one? Yeah, I think so. Hopefully. But now the object we're looking for is music player. So what I meant about the game object is the script that the objects are tied to, and this object only holds the script, basically. script don't inherit native class. I don't know why it sounded like that. The script don't inherit a native sound. You mean doesn't? Wait. Wait, why? Why doesn't it? What? Wait, what? Let me see something. It says line 14. Alright. Huh, why? Wait. Scene, alright. And my bad. Forgot that it's capitalized. Getting these warnings, I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, I guess that was the issue. Huh. Well, what do you know? But yeah, so this script is basically saying that delete this object if it already exists. If it doesn't, and then just don't destroy it on the next load. So if the current scene is the game over scene, what do we want to do? We have 30 more seconds. I gotta think fast. Let's see. So that part. So notice that we have 2 now. You know what? Let's try it like this. It might work as its own. So it's 1 hour. We'll test it out. To save. All right, cool. I'm hoping it works. Actually, let's not do maximize on play, just so that we can see this. Let's try and load. That was terrible. All right, we're gonna try to fix it tomorrow. But yeah, I have an issue because I do want to play a different sound towards the end. Let me just quickly check on the Q&A for it. Maybe someone else had the same idea. Actually, no, they don't. I remember seeing the Q&A here. What's this? Everything in this course has been pretty straightforward and easy to go along with. And turns being input. Typing in the cool along, but I have no idea why lots of things are glossed over and run. Cool, we'll do that. Yeah, I think what helped me, well, of course, because I already have like a little experience in coding, a little bit, so kind of understand like why he does things a little bit. If anything, I learned from new things about him. But yeah, I can imagine it'd be pretty difficult, especially he does go pretty fast. I guess if I could give someone a tip, I'd say, like, I mean, look at me, I'm like taking it really slow. And yeah, so like maybe take the time to like look what serialized field does, or something, or maybe just change your expectations a little bit. Like for me, if this is your first time, if this is your first time introduction to programming, I'd say just go along with it, because the more exposure you have, the better. You'll like, if this is your first tutorial, you'll be first. I can imagine the confusion of like, oh, serialized field. Like for me, I kind of like grasped it as being able to put it in the inspector and just being able to change the settings and whatnot. But like if I didn't know what it was, since we had so many tutorials already, I can make the connection by that time. Hopefully, that is what it's used for. If not, I would most likely be in like tutorial hell, but I think it'll help give me that exposure and then that pattern recognition to understand what it does. If not, then after the whole exposure thing, I could look it up, and then hopefully I could get a hint before looking it up, so by the time I do read something, it ties everything that I've been like learning. I guess that would be my tip for that. But anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for another session. Peace.